How you ease my mind. How you ease my mind.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna be getting ready using my favorite beauty brand ever, Sephora collection. If you guys are shoppers of Sephora, you probably have seen it in the store or online. It is basically just the Sephora brand, like their in-house makeup brand. And I have been a huge fan of the brand for so many years. Their products are truly the best across the chart in terms of quality. The price is so good, and they honestly like just recreate and make products just like so many of the like really popular bestsellers in the store. I feel like they'll just like take notes and be like, okay, how can we make that for less money, make it better, and yeah, just make it accessible for everybody. So I've always used their products. I love them so much. So many of them are my ride or dies that I use every day. So I'm gonna be walking you guys through today like all of the dupes that I have found from their line for really popular products in the store of Sephora, and how they work like literally just as well, if not better in my opinion, than some really expensive makeup products. So hopefully you'll find something in here today that you really like. Most of these you've probably seen me talk about before if you are a subscriber to our channel or follow me on Instagram. I love so many of their products. So anyways, we're just gonna do makeup. I just did this full face, and oh, the mascara, I cannot get over. Like, we used a new mascara and it's next level, so stick around for that. Anyways, let's just hop in, and I'll have all of the products linked down below in the description box. And thank you so much, Sephora Collection, for partnering with me on today's video. And let's hop in. Yay, I'm excited. So my skin is all prepped and hydrated, ready to go. I'm gonna just spray it on my face really quickly just to get it kind of moist with this Bright Future Instant Glow Mist. To me, this reminds me kind of the iconic London, I think. Their like glowy setting spray, which I've actually heard from a few people, like they bought it and then didn't like it or think it was worth it. So this is much more affordable, and I really like this one. It doesn't like, I like the texture of it. The spray is like a little bit intense, but once it dries, it's like, I don't know, I just really like, it's kind of light and more misty. I don't really like anything that is too like alcohol-y or has too much scent in it. But if you've been around this channel for a while, you guys will already know I am ride or die for the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Foundation. And this is, well, let me tell you about the foundation. It's $20. It is super lightweight. I find that it looks so natural on everyone. It's not necessarily a very glowy foundation. It's not super matte. It's just kind of that perfect in-between natural look. And I feel like it really lets the natural sheen of your skin shine through. So kind of gives me BB cream, CC cream vibes, but without being as creamy as that. Like, it stays longer. I just feel like the wear is longer. And I know for a fact that this is a dupe for a few different foundations. I think they kind of were inspired by a few different formulas when they were creating this foundation. So the first and main one being the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which, oh, hello. I actually like this way better than the Born This Way. I'm actually not really a fan of that foundation. I tried to like it, but I just don't. I like this way better. And also it really reminds me of the NARS Longwear like Radiant foundation. It's kind of like a fusion of those two. And oh, I'm just obsessed with it. A lot of you guys have, I can never talk when I'm going over my neck. Okay, a lot of you guys have purchased this foundation per my recommendation, because I just am so in love with it and have loved it. And what I really like about it is that I just feel like it's a very reliable formula. It's not, and it's really basic, right? So it doesn't, it's not, because it's not super glowy, it's not super matte, I find that it's just a really nice foundation literally to allow me to like kind of create whatever I want over it. So if I want to be more glowy that day, I can make this more glowy by like mixing in glowy products, or I can keep it matte. And it's really just like the best neutral base to kind of work off of. And it's so good. I've been using it for like, I don't know why I'm whispering, almost a year, and I'm obsessed with it. Okay, the next product from Sephora collection is their Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer. And this is a straight dupe for the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I've actually never really been on the bandwagon for, but it is really nice and like thin and almost like lightweight and liquidy. It's pretty incredible. And really good for every day. So I know like so many people are huge fans of the NARS, and this one, I mean, it's literally like a serum. That's how I feel, but at the same time covers. Oh, so good. Actually, why have I like not been using this every day? Like, what am I doing? This is so lightweight and beautiful. Oh my God. Yeah, I gotta get on this. I am wearing the shade 11 because it is summertime, baby, and feeling a little tan. So I just like put that through the center of the face and then under the eye, and it just melts right in. Oh my God, it looks so good. Wow. Okay. I don't know why I've been sleeping on that concealer. I like used it a long time ago and I just haven't gone back to it, but I'm a changed woman. That's like amazing. Next, I'm just gonna set that concealer really quickly. I always like to do that, just the order that I do things. And of course, you know, Sephora collection, their translucent setting powder is a dupe for the famous Laura Mercier translucent powder. But this one has a little bit more of a like yellow tint to it, which I kind of like. And we all know that powder is like the one. And I'm actually not a fan of that powder either. It's so funny because I'm like, oh, all of these really popular products I actually am not a fan of. Like, and I feel like the dupes from Sephora, like, I don't know, I almost feel like Sephora collection knows, okay, this is like a really, really popular product. How can we recreate it for less money so people can afford it, but then also like make it better? Like, what is it about the product that maybe could be improved? They improve it and then they make it less expensive, more accessible for us, and it's just like a dream come true. So what I like to do for concealer, especially since it's been summertime, for bronzer. I'm loving cream bronzer, and I always take whatever concealer I'm using, I will take it in a deeper shade and use it on a fluffy brush as my cream contour or bronze, basically. I'm gonna layer powder over this, but I love this for summertime. I recently discovered using this brush too is like a game changer for bronzing with a darker concealer. And it's basically like, this is gonna be like super lightweight, but I love this brush. It's the 93 by Sephora collection. I'll put all of the brushes that I'm using down below, but I'll literally just start by tapping it on, and this is gonna be like so light. I went up to the shade 15 Dolce de Leche, and you see how it just looks super soft and natural. I love this. And then I can layer a powder over top, but there's something about this that just looks really glowy and lightweight and really blended. And this formula is like so thin and easy to blend. Oh my God, I'm like literally obsessed with this concealer. I don't know what I've been doing. And this brush really like makes blending out a darker concealer so easy. It's curved. You can literally just cup it to like your cheekbones, and I don't know what it is, but I prefer it over going in directly with a sponge. I always like to go in with a sponge afterwards, and I find that that gives like the best blend. I'm just gonna go back through the center of the face if I feel like it needs more blending. Now, if you feel like you maybe like need to clean up that bronzer, if you like blended it too far, you can always just take some translucent powder and kind of draw a line where you like wanted it to stop. And that is like the easiest way to like clean up your bronzer just so it looks a little bit more polished. Zoom you guys in even further. Here we go. Oh yeah, now you can really see it, guys. This is good. Okay, now moving on to a powder bronzer. So I've used this for years. This is just the Sephora collection matte bronzer. This is in the shade Majorca, and I feel like this is the perfect dupe for the Hoola bronzer. When I compare them, what I actually like about it is that it is a little bit warmer than Hoola. And Hoola to me can start to look really muddy. Again, I think it's, a lot of people really love it and think it's like really popular, but this tone, there's something about this Majorca tone that is so pretty. Just is a little bit more warmth, so you can really like bronze with it, whereas Hoola, if you add too much, it can start to just look a little dirty or muddy, in my opinion. I've never really I like to use it for like contouring a nose, or really if you need like just a little like chisel of the cheekbone, but for an everyday I always prefer bronzer, and this has been one of my ride or die bronzers for so long. I just love it, and it is the perfect color if you're like around my skin tone. You can just never mess it up. It like looks so natural. I feel like it's such a hidden gem. So I'm just gonna wipe that off really quick so you guys can kind of see. Oh, Sephora collection has so many good blushes. I think my favorite are their Matte Perfection duos. I love these blushes so much. I don't know what they would be like a dupe of necessarily, and not everything has to have a dupe. I'm just like, think they're the prettiest formula ever. I don't know what it is. I love them. So I'm just gonna go in with a mix of those. And they last all day because they're matte. I just think they're so pretty. I'm just gonna put everything like everywhere. I don't know what my problem is, but oh, there's something about them that makes them blend so easily. And I always like, most of us add powder highlight on top anyway, so I feel like these are great if you're oily. They kind of last a little bit longer, and then you can just add shimmer on top if you want, but I've been kind of like laying off of the highlight a little bit. I'll use like a glowy spray and stuff like that. What I'm gonna do before I move on to eyes is just spray down one more time with this guy. Let that dry. And while that dries, I'm gonna go in and set my brows with the Sephora collection Clear Brow Gel. Brush is nice and tiny, so you can really like sculpt them. And then I also love going in with just a really tiny brow pencil. Obviously my brows are really thick, so I don't like to do a ton, but just to kind of like straighten out the bottom parts, especially as I'm like growing in certain hairs, I'll go in with the retractable brow pencil, and this is literally a straight dupe for the Anastasia one. Honestly, like, it is literally the exact same product, and I'll just go like that. You see like the really faint line, and then just kind of brush it up, but it just like sharpens my eyebrows just a little bit. My favorite eye palettes from Sephora collection are the Eye Bloom palettes. So they have, the older version is I Love, which they still sell, and then the Eye Blooms are the new ones, but they're literally so pretty. They're I don't know, they kind of remind me of like the Huda Beauty little like quads or something, but the shadows are such good quality. They are really nice, and the colors are so pretty. So I'm gonna go in with this middle one. I love this shadow, and I just like to do a really light brush of that in my crease. Now, if you wanted a little highlight, you could even use this little guy for a little bit of highlight. So pretty. just go in with like one of these darker brown shadows and create a really soft wing. And this is like the only liner brush that I can do this with from Sephora collection. It's their Pro Liner 22. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like super stiff, so you can get like a really, really sharp line. And the light brown in here makes it really, really soft, which I love. It's like almost like, is it there? Is it not? I can't really tell. It's exactly what we want. Now, probably my favorite of all time is, I've been really, really obsessed with the Lancome Lash Idol. Is it Lash Idol? The Lancome Lash Primer. So I've been trying out the Sephora collection one because it's the exact same thing and it's way less, so that's been really nice. And then I normally am in love with the Lashcraft Big Volume Mascara from Sephora collection. It is my favorite mascara, but I'm gonna be trying their new Size Up mascara, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So we're gonna do this combo today, and I'm gonna first start by curling my lashes. This is the Lashcraft curler. This is what I've used literally for years. Their Lashcraft like line is amazing. Like, I love all of the Lashcraft products. Their mascaras are amazing. The primer's so good. So I'm gonna go over with the white primer. And I'll just coat my lashes with that. And I'm gonna like let that dry almost all the way. Like, not where it's hardened, but almost where it is completely dry, still like maybe a tiny bit tacky. And that's when I'm gonna go in with this. But in the meantime, I always like to line my lips while I wait for this to dry. This lip liner, so my favorite lip liner is the Charlotte Tilbury. Wow, did that move? The Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And I was comparing these and I'm like, oh my gosh, they look so similar. This one's from Sephora collection. It's called Knock on Wood. And it's just, so this, oh my god, is Knock on Wood, the top one, and that's Iconic Nude. So they're like so close. And I actually like that this one has a little bit more of a brown undertone. So I'm just gonna line my lips really quick while this dries. Yeah, it's still wet. And I always overline just on the top of the Cupid's bow. And their liners are so easy to apply. So good. Over top, I like to just do a gloss. This is their Outrageous Volume, like Plumping gloss, and this is in the shade 01 Universal. It literally looks like just like the Dior, kind of like tingles. Not a ton, but just a little bit. And I love just a gloss with a liner. I think it's like the best combination. It looks so natural. It makes it like look like your actual lips. Okay. This is getting to the perfect point. So we're gonna go in with the Size Up mascara. I feel like the brush looks just like Better Than Sex. And with the primer, oh my god, so good, wow. Oh my god. Wait, this is amazing. Oh gosh. Look at my lashes. Oh my god, it's my new favorite mascara. Very happy with that. That's on the new Ride or Die. While that dries, if you are more of a lipstick girl or a liquid lip girl, I specifically looked up the Kat Von D Lolita, I think. I looked up some really good dupes for that liquid lip, and this one is almost an identical dupe. It is the cream lip stain in the shade 40, and this is like one of Sephora collection's most popular products. Their liquid lip is so lightweight. It comes in like literally a million colors, like I think over 80 or like to 100 or something like that. And it's just such a good formula. It's like so good. You don't need to buy any other liquid lip stain. It is like the best one for sure, the most affordable, and it wears forever. It's incredible. So we love this. Big fans. Okay, so that's the finished makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this little dupe session and learning about some dupes from Sephora collection. Their products are incredible, especially like when it comes to like value, affordability, quality. Like they really just have it all. So I love their brand and their products are amazing. If you've never tried them out, get them next time you're in Sephora. And let me know if you guys want to see any other makeup videos. I know this one's been requested for a long time, so I hope you enjoyed. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
I want a house in the hills I pay big bills for. I ain't got in pocket. I want to empty out my wallet. I want to stop motion, stand still, Wallace and Gromit. I want to talk more endlessly. I want to neurotically vomit. I want more dollars from my mama. I want a palace and Prada. I want a Gucci bag where I can store my sorrows and hardships. I want to gold plate my finance.